The Agile Coaching Growth Wheel lays down the core competencies that allow practitioners to go from good to great through a reflective process with clear guidance to assess their learning, development, and progress. The goal is to professionalize the world of Agile coaching. In this episode of S&P Knowledge Series, let's discuss on the topic Agile Coaching Growth Wheel. Authored by S.N. Panigrahi. Certified PMP, Authorized Training Partner, ATP, Instructor, PMI, USA, Fellow Institution of Engineers, FIE, Chartered Engineer, GST and International Business and Projects Consultant, Corporate Trainer, Mentor and Author, National Council Member, IIMM. Before proceeding with discussions to Agile Coaching Growth Wheel, first let's understand who is an Agile Coach. An Agile Coach helps organizations, teams, and individuals adopt Agile practices and methods while embedding Agile values and mindsets. The goal of an Agile Coach is to foster more effective, transparent, and cohesive teams, and to enable better outcomes, solutions, and products, services for customers. An Agile Coach helps individuals, teams, and entire enterprises embrace a culture shift based on proven human-centric Agile principles, practices, and values. This culture shift helps people and organizations continue to thrive in the ever-changing world of work.
Next, let's understand what does an Agile Coach do? Following are some of the key roles of an Agile Coach. Plan and design the adoption of Agile across multiple teams. Train, teach, mentor and facilitate organizations, teams, managers and leaders who want a productive, empowered, high-performing and adaptable work culture. Foster a culture and creates a climate of openness and resilience without eroding control. Coach leaders, like Scrum Masters, product owners, and executives, on Agile leadership practices. Develop operating model or roadmap for future Agile practices. Lead as a role model for Agile values. Guide and support the teams through individual steps in the project. Identify potential risks, address process and those raised by the team. Implement Agile into a non-Agile environment in a manner that gains buy-in from project managers and quality, finance, management personnel. Demonstrate supportive leadership role in consultative behaviors that lead to a positive team climate and meet business objectives. Nurture Scrum Masters who show the potential to become coaches. Support them in preparing for the various stages of meetings such as pre-planning, planning, daily Scrum and review. Develop an effective roadmap to embrace Agile at an enterprise level to enhance flexibility, time to market and customer satisfaction. Keep track of the changes to compute and analyze the effects of transitioning to Agile.
The Agile Coaching Growth Wheel. Now let's discuss the concept of the Agile Coaching Growth Wheel. The Agile Coaching Growth Wheel is a tool for Agile coaches, Scrum Masters, leaders, and anyone who desires to increase their ability to help and grow teams and organizations using Agile principles and practices. The wheel allows you to reflect and grow on your Agile journey. This tool is also best used with another coach to help support them. The wheel has 8 segments or spokes, representing 8 competency skills areas built around a hub of self-mastery. The thread around the outside of the wheel represents your domain knowledge. These are knowledge areas that in turn support the skills of the main competency areas. The Agile Coaching Growth Wheel is a collaboration between a number of contributors including Lyssa Adkins, Bob Galen, Scrum Alliance and others with the goal to professionalize the world of Agile coaching.
9 core competency areas. As discussed, there are 9 core competency areas, the 8 spokes and the self-mastery hub. Now let's discuss each competency areas. Self-mastery. At the heart of great Agile coaching is the need to invest in yourself through learning and reflection and take care of your well-being. Self-mastery starts with a focus on yourself, having the emotional, social, and relationship intelligence to choose how you show up in any given context. Agile or Lean practitioner. An Agile or Lean practitioner has a deep and tacit understanding of the principles behind Agile and Lean and has experience in working with frameworks and practices of Agile and Lean. Serving. Serving is about being concerned with the needs of the team or business over your own agenda. They do this from the stance of servant leadership, which focuses primarily on the growth and well-being of the team or business and the communities to which they belong. Coaching. Coaching is partnering with a person, team, or organization, client, in a creative process to help the client to reach their goals by unlocking their own potential and understanding. A coach is able to accept the client as a whole and capable, and serve their agenda ethically. Facilitating. Facilitating increases the effectiveness of a group of people to align in a collaborative way, to interpret their context, and mutually identify the most valuable outcomes desired. A facilitator has the skills to create a neutral environment of openness, safety, and innovation in a group setting. Guide learning. Guide learning is about effectively growing an individual, a group, or a team's skills and enabling them to be competent and resourceful. With this competency, you choose the most effective learning method to help the learner achieve their learning objectives and inspire future learning. Advising. Advising is the ability to bring your experience, insights, and observations to guide the client towards a shared understanding of the value that can help them to achieve sustainable success, even after you have moved on. As a trusted advisor, you are invested in the success of the client, creating a long-term and sustaining relationship with the client. Leading. Leading is about being the change you want to see to make the world a better place. As a leader, you are capable of catalyzing growth and inspiring others to realize the shared vision. Transforming. Transforming is guiding sustainable change that will allow the individual teams and the organization to be more effective and learn how to change for themselves through leading, facilitation, coaching, facilitating learning, and advising. How to use the wheel in guidance. Let's now discuss how to use Agile Coaching Growth Wheel. First, identify an area for improvement. Walk through each of the competency areas, the 8 spokes and the self-mastery hub. Discuss each competence area with a coworker or peer. Utilize the accompanying instructions to get a comprehensive grasp of each topic. It's important to remember that you can't improve everything at once. Instead, choose one area to concentrate on and devote your whole attention to it. Second, consider a competence area. Examine the advice and evaluate your own proficiency against the 5 levels of evaluation for each competency element. The 5-stage model of skill acquisition is being discussed in the next slide. Some individuals may underestimate their abilities, while others will overestimate them, so strive to remain consistent. After completing this section, inquire with a peer what they think of your ratings. Third step, generate alternatives and actions. Utilize the wheel and its instructions to generate development alternatives. Brainstorm options for growth and then formulate a plan of action. This part works best working with a coach, mentor, or colleague. Using the results of this exercise, develop a strategy that will allow you to attain the targeted development. Finally, assessing your capability. A competency skill is not a straightforward binary. Mastery of a skill is a development from ignorance to unconscious mastery. Based on the Dreyfus model of skill acquisition, the Agile Coaching Growth Wheel contains 5 growth stages. As you explore the guidance, you might find a better fit for yourself. The 5-stage model of skill acquisition was created by 2 brothers, Stuart and Hubert Dreyfus. The model details the 5 stages of learning that people go through when they're learning new skills. The Agile Coaching Growth Wheel has adopted the 5 growth levels based on the Dreyfus model of skill acquisition. There are 5 levels of competency progression, namely novice or beginner, advanced beginner, competent or practitioner, proficient or guide, expert or catalyst. A novice or beginner is in the learning process and in the use of agile coaching practices has only textbook knowledge with no or little practical experience. The beginner will typically adhere closely to defined rules or plans and work closely with a more experienced individual. With the support of a more experienced coach or mentor, especially if the single team is part of a larger whole. At the advanced beginner level, people begin to apply the information they learned to real situations. An advanced beginner, in agile coaching practices, has practical experience in the application of the Agile Coaching Growth Wheel competencies. At this level, an individual will be able to interpret and apply straightforward techniques with minimal support from a more experienced coach or mentor and be able to pair to undertake more complex tasks. A competent or practitioner can demonstrate working knowledge of all aspects of the Agile Coaching Growth Wheel. An agile coaching practitioner will be able to analyze and differentiate various solutions to apply in their work without close supervision and possess the planning skills required to enable them to deal with complex issues or resolve conflicting priorities. At the proficient or guide level, they can demonstrate competence in relation to knowledge or a set of skills related to identified domain. The individual has in-depth knowledge of the Agile Coaching Growth Wheel competencies. They will be able to synthesize coaching solutions from the existing bodies of knowledge within Agile, Lean and beyond, and tailor them to specific instances in all save the most complex or exceptional of situations and can effectively guide the work of others. An expert or catalyst is a resourceful and knowledgeable person who can develop strategic goals and objectives directed in particular discipline. He has a deep tacit understanding of the Agile Growth Wheel competencies. This individual will be able to modify or alter standards and develop new and innovative approaches to deal with unusual situations. A catalyst will be able to easily produce high-quality results and be able to develop a vision of what is possible. The 5-stage model of skill acquisition is useful. It helps you assess how much knowledge people have in particular skill areas. Each of the 5 stages has a specific set of behaviors that can be used to assess progress. This can help determine a person's level of knowledge and identify whether they have further developmental needs. The model is also useful for helping you think about how best to move your people to the next level. The model is also valuable for determining how skilled you need your people to be. It also enables coaches to identify which elements a coach or student can be improved to reach a higher level of competence.
As Agile coaching professionals, we start with a core of self-mastery and ethics and then draw on each of the 8 competency areas to enhance our practices. It should be noted that none of these competency areas exist in a vacuum and they are expected to all work in conjunction. It is also expected that learning is continuous and ongoing. While there are only 5 levels of competency progression, from novice to advanced beginner to practitioner to proficient to expert, there is no upper boundary to the learning possible. Focusing on the Agile Coaching Growth Wheel, and delving even deeper to explore who you are and who you want to be. Using the wheel and its underlying guidance, you can quickly self-assess where you are in each competency, and more importantly, where you would like to be.
Conclusion. The Agile Coaching Growth Wheel provides a valuable structure for Agile coaches looking to enhance their skills and improve their effectiveness. By focusing on self-awareness, coaching presence, technical skills, and business acumen, coaches have resources to write a plan for growth that will help you succeed in your role. Regularly reviewing and assessing your progress helps you stay on track and continuously improve as an Agile coach.
Do you find the presentation informative and useful? If yes, then click like and also subscribe the channel for free to receive updates. Thank you. For more details, contact SN Panigrahi at the below contact details.